How to make a picture perfect frame. Hi, I'm Carlene. Okay, so for today, you'll be needing a foam board, metal ruler, measuring tape, utility knife, plastic poster sheet, hot glue or regular glue, and embellishment. Frame that I bought from one of the stores, I think it was a Winners. I bought it from there, and I was going to throw it out, and I thought, well, I can do something with this. I could put it in my mudroom. It's perfect for my mudroom. It was just such a good revelation, I guess I'd call it. But it was so fitting. So I decided to keep it, and I was going to make my own frame. Instead of buying a frame for it, I was going to make my own frame out of foam board. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to make that frame. Okay. So I've measured the foam board, and I've made the measurements for the frame. So as you can see those lines, I hope you can see them. They're in pencil, but I'm taking you around the borders. So I've made the lines so that I'm going to cut out the center around the board, and then I'm going to place my picture in there. And once I've cut it all out, it's going to go around the border so that the picture will stand on the borders. Okay, so I've cut out all four sides, okay? And now with one hand, I'm going to show one hand holding the camera and one hand removing this. I'm going to take it out and show you what it's going to look like out. Okay, so I've taken it out, although you can see the frame. Okay, and here quickly. Now you can use this for another frame or for some other project, whatever you like, right? Whatever I like, I mean. Okay, so notice how my cutouts. These were my markings all the way down and around. And I've cut it all out, okay, leaving me an empty space. And so my picture is going to overlap right onto here. So it has some kind of a support. And that's it. And so I will show you what it looks like after I insert it. Okay. I'm going to use this plastic and use it as my window, my glass window for my picture. And then the frame will go like this. Sorry, my camera is all over the place. I apologize. And then see how it will, this is what it would look like. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm adding some glitter glue, as you can see here. And on top of that, I'm adding some iridescent glitter. It's just white with purple, and this is purple also with a bit of green. But the thing is, if I just use this one, then it just comes out very light. Let me give an example. See the difference? It just comes out very light. You can hardly see the green. So I added some of this one here, iridescent glitter, and it comes out a lot more thicker and noticeable. Right, so that's why I've added the iridescent one. Okay, so the difference between this and this, right? Okay. So here it's finished. I've applied the glitter, but one problem. And I know this tends to be a problem with foam board, but when you apply any kind of glue or paint to foam board, it tends to warp. So I had a lot of warping at the ends. So if I were to hang it up, it would be the ends would be sticking out from the wall. So what I have done is, because foam board is like cardboard, you can kind of bend it back a little bit. I've done a little bit of that with this, like this. So I'm trying to bend it a little bit. You know how cardboard you can bend? So I'm bending it a little bit out like this so that it will bend inward into the wall rather than sticking out. So this is what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just going to do the sides now. And I don't know. So let's see if it works. So it's a bit better. Yeah, it did work a little bit. Well, it worked a lot. See, it's less, see how it's a little bit more flush to the table without breaking it. It's a bit more flushed. So all that's happened was I've bent it. So it's going to be a little bit creased. You can see the creases along here. Okay, but that's all, you know. And you could probably do a little more, but I won't. I think that's okay. That's okay for now. We'll see as we go along. As how I like to do things. See how things work out as I go along. Okay, so I've placed my plastic on top of my frame, and I just want to measure it to see how much I'm going to need. To make it easier, place one end where you want it and the second end where you want it, and then all you have to do is cut out, measure and cut out the next two ends. So I'm going to cut them out now with my utility knife and my metal ruler, okay? If you mess up the end a little bit, like I think I may have, it's okay because it's the end, but you know, you still want to make it nice. I hate making all these, I hate making little errors. I mean, it's normal, right? But so this is off, and save this. There's always a little need for it later on, right? Have a nice, neat spot to save it. Just don't chuck it in the corner. Okay. Right now I'm going to chuck it on the floor until later. Okay. So that's, I finished my square. And let's see how it fits. So I've cut it. I've cut my plastic, as you can see here. I've cleaned off as best as I can see this top part here, because after you put down your picture or your poster, you're not going to get a chance to clean it. You have to take it off again. And believe me, it's not fun. But I've taken out the plastic. I mean, I've cut it up and I've applied it. Okay. So I'm sure there's going to be things on my mat board. So I'll probably have to clean it when I finish. But at least that's accessible. I'll be able to clean that. So everything is pretty much even all the way around, as you can see. And I'm hoping that I will have my picture frame, not a picture frame, geez. My poster will kind of overlap this plastic so that I can tape it on, because I still have to tape my plastic. And it's not a hard thing to do, so I'm just going to skip to the next part. Well, I have two sizes. I have a thinner one and a wider one. I want to use a thinner one. So anyway, I've secured it at both ends. If you can see this end, I secured it at both ends so that I won't have to worry so much about it moving as I tape it down. So I'm just going to do this, yeah, because the other one is a bit too wide. So I'm just going to go as long here like this. Take my time and just smooth it out. And when I get down to the end, I'm just going to snip it off. Just snipped it up at the end down here. Okay, and I have a nice smooth taped area down here. Okay, and then I'm just going to move on over to this top part. I like to trim my tape with scissors because I just like the finished look of it rather than having it ripped or torn. Okay, so I'm just going to go down like this. I'm going to remove this. I don't want it there. Okay, and just continue on down. Smooth it down as I go. And then I'm just going to get here and I'm going to snip with my scissors. Because remember, I still have to put on my poster over this, over the glass. Okay, so I'm just going to finish it off. You don't want to watch everything I do. Okay, so I'm done. Now, the thing about this part is it does have some little nicks there. You know, it's too bad. But anyway, you know, what the heck. It is what it is. You know, I was lucky to get this piece of plastic anyway. So now I'm just going to make sure that I don't have anything sticking on here. Because once I lay down the poster, that's it for me. So one side, this side goes all the way to the very edge of the side here. So what's going to happen is won't be able to put down tape there really. We'll have to keep it there without tape. And checking to see if all the sides are equal. That looks okay. I think I'm going to secure it now. Oh, keep your fingers crossed, because sometimes you think you have it all done and then it messes up. Okay, so let's see again how it looks. I think that's okay. Turn it to stand up. I think it's okay. So this is what it's going to look like after I done secure it. So I'm just going to finish securing it and then you can see what it looks like on a wall setting. Okay. So what I'm going to do for this side is, where is it, this side here, is I am going to just get some of this tape and I am going to roll it roll it, and just place it underneath, right at the edges, and that way I can secure it that way, right? Because we need to secure it some way. So just do some rolling with the tape, just like this. And you don't need that many, probably only about 4 spaced along the way. That's the beauty of masking tape. It really, certain things it's really good with, other things it's just not. It rips off very easily when you don't want to use it anymore. It's good to secure something for the moment, but it does have its long use benefits. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this last one down here. There. So then I'm just going to smooth it out with that, and then that will that's secured along here. Okay, and then I'll secure the rest. Okay, so I'm done. It's on. Remember, one of the sides we had too much tape hanging over. So what I did was, at first I tried using my utility knife. I don't do anything without my utility knife, and it wasn't working very well. So what I decided to do was just fold the tape back over on itself and just put some more tape on top of it, right? And that's it. And so it was secure. This is a side that didn't have any tape, so we just put tape underneath it, and it's pretty good. Masking tape is really good for certain material. Anyway, that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to put on the finishing. I'm going to embellish it a little bit, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay. The frame is done, and even though this is not the intended wall, once my mudroom is painted, I will be placing it there. It looks attractive enough for a mudroom. The colors are coordinated, not overdone. The purple and green flowers are reflected in the glitter. The white and black background go nicely with the white flowers, white boots, and black frame. And I added just the tiniest of embellishment. Note the stick-on pearls at each corner. I hope you like it. If you do, subscribe. Comment even if you don't. Thanks for watching.